guys! So I'm going to do a cook with me for Thanksgiving, and I'm going to include a little bit of the family. We are going to make most of the food gluten-free for the kids. Fully
cooked!
Hey guys, I am in the middle of cooking dinner, Thanksgiving dinner. We're going to have a mukbang, so go ahead and check that out on the Fully Living channel. I am just cooking basic foods. This right here, I am prepping for stuffing. I have a recipe for this, but I have croutons and butter. I'm going to fry this and this in butter, and you can check out that recipe here on Fully Cooked. So I'm just going to cut this up and start cooking this. So I've already cooked the turkey. It took about an hour and a half in my toaster oven, very little toaster oven, but I cooked it in the Pyrex. It's cooked. I didn't do anything to it. I just put it in the oven, and we're probably going to piece it out and eat it with our dinner. I was getting ready and I forgot that I had potatoes on the skillet, not skillet, but the boiling on the pot, and I accidentally burnt them a little bit, but that's okay. We're gonna have mashed potatoes and gravy, stuffing, chicken, fried apples, sweet potato, like sweet yams, you know, but without the marshmallows, which I really love. But I haven't really found a good tasting marshmallow here, and I don't like marshmallows anyway. I'm very particular, I guess. I decided not to get it because last time I actually ruined it by putting in the bad tasting marshmallows, so I didn't want to eat it. I'm gonna take these apples. I had to cut off a piece where my daughter accidentally chewed it and then put it back. So I'm going to chop up these 3 apples, and then I'm going to fry them in the skillet when that's done and make like fried apples. I ran out of oats. I was going to make a like, what's it called? Apple cobbler or whatever. What is that called that I make? An apple crisp, but I ran out of oats, so I can't do that. I also ran out of chicken broth, but I do have some chicken broth in here that I'm going to use for the stuffing. So thankfully I do have that. My chicken broth is a little off right now because it's old, so I have to throw that away. Also, I boiled some eggs, not a whole bunch because I don't want to be sitting here all day. And we're going to have some deviled eggs. I think in about 15 more minutes we'll be ready to eat. Okay, let me go over here and stir the sweet potatoes. Everybody's just going to have a little bit of everything. That's why I'm not making a whole bunch of anything. This is just one sweet potato. So when I was a little girl, my favorite holiday was Thanksgiving because my mom had that holiday. It was, my aunt had Christmas, and my grandma had Easter, but my mom had Thanksgiving. And that meant that we could stay home and we didn't have to go out, and it was more comfortable for me when I was a kid. I just didn't like to be around a lot of people. So I always liked Thanksgiving, and I still like Thanksgiving, and I like the idea of it and why we celebrate Thanksgiving. And a memorable time for me was in kindergarten. I had just moved from Ohio, and you know, this is the first time I've been in school, and I was only in school for a couple of months. until November comes around. So we had like a dress up where you could either be a pilgrim or an Indian. And we all sat at a table, all of the kids and all the kids' parents, and it was like a real Thanksgiving meal. And it was just for the kindergartners. And that was really nice. And I don't even think that they do stuff like that anymore. Let me know if they do that at your kids' school. But they didn't do anything like that when Zeb was growing up, and it was the same school. So I thought that that was really nice, and that I have good memories of that because I got to actually know the kids better by meeting their parents, and I thought that was really neat. And you know, everybody had conversation. It was a little class, like, I don't know, maybe 20 kids and their parents, mostly moms. Multicolor. So I'm taking this off, and this is not how I usually cook this, but I needed to hurry up and not have this in the oven for an hour. So I'm going to have this in the oven with a little butter. It was cooked in oil. It's going to be cooked with a little butter and a little brown sugar, and it's going to be very good. Oh, and I'm also going to put salt in it. I said a little, yeah? Okay. And take probably 2 teaspoons of butter. Not too much, because I already have the oil in it. Just stir this around, and I'm going to put it in the oven for a little while until it looks good. Wait until the sugar is bubbling, and then I'll take it out and let it sit. Yep, and I gotta put some salt in it. The skillet is already hot from these sweet potatoes, and I'm going to use the same oil. I'm going to cook the onion and the celery for the stuffing. And then I'll put a little butter in there too for flavor after it cooks. So do you have a Thanksgiving story?
I don't celebrate Thanksgiving except for with you, so no. Not yet, anyway.
Oh, okay. What was your favorite Thanksgiving so far? Do you remember?
No, we usually just eat, and I don't have deep roots set in that holiday. Most likely like you don't in Israeli holidays. If you're not connected to it in a good way, like you've had it as a child, deep set memories, then it's just normal, you know. It's not the same thing. Like my Purim when I was a child is way different than your Halloween when you were a child.
Most likely.
I mean, it's similar. What I mean is it's different than how I perceive yours and how you perceive mine.
I didn't get to really celebrate it except for about 3 or 4 times in my life, though.
Purim?
Halloween.
In the States?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And at least 2 of those times was when I was an adult.
Really?
Yeah. I remember when I was 4, I went trick-or-treating in Ohio. Woo! Let's see, we got this. Israeli Merlot dry red wine. Samson 2016. Is that a good year? You told me to get 2017, but I accidentally got 2016.
Usually that 1 year is usually the mark for it. For our Israeli wine is what I like. But 2016 is fine too. I'm going to taste it and let you know.
Okay. I was listening to the click, 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 click. You know, I don't come from wine drinkers. We don't drink wine. We don't drink alcohol. And when I heard the gluk, gluk, gluk of a bottle, I busted out laughing. Because I thought somebody was doing it.
That doesn't sound pretty good. It's good.
I never heard a bottle of wine being poured.
I've had it every Friday, my entire life.
Yeah.
Every Friday that I'm at my dad's or my mom's or anywhere else. Usually we don't drink here either. We don't have a traditional drink that we have here, but in my parents' house, each one of them we have wine. Usually is the traditional drink.
Yeah. What do you think?
It's pretty good. It's kind of strong. I like that.
Is that the good brand? I don't know.
Not necessarily, and it's a very cheap
Yeah.
wine too. I mean,
Yeah.
not because it's bad, but it costs half the price of some of the marked up items.
Yeah.
Wineries are a big thing here, so everything that's like an exclusive club, and wine tasting and doing all the winery stuff, that's very, what do you call it? Upscale.
Oh.
Like luxurious. What's the word for it?
Yeah. High end. Upscale.
Oh, high society. Not necessarily high society do it, it's just a thing that is associated with it. Usually even the wine tasting with the goat cheese as well. They do that a lot here as well.
Sounds good. I bet you'd
Oh,
like that.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's very strong in flavor, very thick. And there's a little bit of flavor of the thing that they barreled it in. So
Yeah.
that's good. I wanted to see what the wine company had to say about that, the winery, and they pretty much have the same thing to say. It's kind of funny actually. This Merlot is characterized by a rich, full body, an intense and deep color, a red berry aroma, and an oak flavor.
Fries are done.
Don't yell it. Don't let the kids smell it.
Oh yeah. Oh, bubbly. That's gonna harden nicely in our arteries. Okay, as soon as my stuffing is done, I'm going to start frying the apples. The apples is going to be like our dessert. It can be last, it's fine. I'm going to cut these up. I'm not strong enough to use the core.
I could have done that for you.
Got one more apple if you want to try it.
I will. You were saying?
Oh, yeah, I forgot what I was saying. I actually made this the other day with bacon grease for the kids. It was amazing. I cooked the apples and then I put the cinnamon. I have this where I mixed pumpkin pie seasoning. I actually mixed my own pumpkin pie seasoning because they don't have it here, but they had everything else. So I just, you know, everything that goes in pumpkin pie seasoning, which I do have pumpkin in there, but that's going to have to go for like another day because I don't have time to fool with that today, unfortunately, for Thanksgiving. But this is pumpkin pie seasoning, delicious on these apples. So it has, we're going to put butter in it instead of bacon grease because I don't have bacon grease right now. Just this. It doesn't even need sugar. It's sweet. It's really good. Got my onions and celery cooked. Okay, now in the same hot skillet, I'm going to start the next thing, which is the apples. And I'm going to put butter in both of these and cook them up. It's not going to take hardly any time for the stuffing to cook. So once the stuffing's cooked, I'm going to put the apples on slow, and I think we're about ready to eat.
Are you ready to eat?
Okay, I'm going to take this broth, pour it in, add some water, and my croutons. So I'm going to wait to add the water, see how much I need. That's looking really good. Put some salt in it. And I don't have any sage, which I would usually put in here. They don't sell sage in Israel. If they do, it's a mystery to me where it is. I have been all over looking at spices and I cannot ever find sage. So, since I have used it up, we have eaten stuffing without it. But I would definitely put sage in here because I think it's really good. I think it makes the stuffing, actually. I think I'm going to have to put like at least half a cup of boiling water in here. I added the boiling water and I'm going to let it reduce, just cook down and soak up into here. And when the liquid is gone, then it'll be ready to eat. Really yummy. Really good. My mom cooks this in the oven, and well, she makes it much better than I do. But she cooks it in the oven and it gets all crispy, and that is so delicious. However, I am not going to do that. Ain't nobody got time for that. But you will see Thanksgiving at my mom's house next year. That's gonna be a real treat. Okay, I ran out of mayonnaise, so I am using cream cheese that has olives in it and mustard. And this is gonna be really good. It's got green olives in it. I bought mustard and it was really I bought mayonnaise, but it was really fancy mayonnaise, and I tasted it and I hate it. I got it on clearance, and I guess everybody else hated it as well, so they clearanced it out. But I'm glad I didn't buy more than one of them because it doesn't taste good. I was always thankful for my mama cooking.
Now you know.
Now you know. Thank you, Mama. You cook so good. Can't wait to eat it again. Woo!
Let's mash us some potatoes.
I forgot I don't ever have a potato masher, right? But my stick blender that I used to mash everything with, it went kaput about a month ago when I was making cottage pie. So he's using a fork.
You and me are using a fork, yeah.
Are you helping? You want to stir it?
Yeah. Help you.
Go ahead. Help me. Watch her eat it.
She'll feed you. Okay, leave it in the bowl. Ooh, gloppy mashed potatoes, and how I like it. All right, so we have dinner is
Ready?
done. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, Abigail. Here.
It only took 3 hours. I started at 5. It's 8:15. And here's our feast. Sneezed.
Locked it.
Yeah, we're not scared of each other, so we're okay.
Good job, Abigail.
Wow, Abigail, you cooking? All right, Raphael, you ready to eat? Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Let's sit down then.
We have deviled eggs, stuffing, sweet potato, I guess you would call them yams, and mashed potato. Oh, mashed potatoes. Yep.
You know what?
And
this one
chicken.
too. Which are these two?
Okay. All right.
Mashed potatoes. Got the deviled eggs and the stuffing and the sweet potatoes and the chicken.
Okay, so this concludes our Cook With Me, and you can watch us eat our dinner and answer questions on our mukbang on the Fully Living channel. Happy Thanksgiving! Thank you so much for watching. Check out our other videos and our other channels where we daily vlog every single day on Fully Living. Leave us a comment to let us know you were here. Have a great day!